Hey. Guys, welcome to my channel. This is a story of what if Sasuke regrets his decisions and want to make atonement for his sin. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, it will surely help me, and also it will notify you on my upcoming videos, and check the description for the creator of this great fanfic. Thank you. Now let's start the story. Chapter 1. Immeasurable suffering. Konohagakure Uchiha Sasuke was known as many things after the war. An avenger, a terrifying shinobi, a total monster, a good friend and amazing lover to one blonde Uzumaki. However, today he got the news that would forever change his world forever, and for worse. Uzumaki Naruto, his best friend, his rival, his equal, his lover, the love of his life, the mother of his unborn child, had died in his 2 arms. He was still in shock as disbelief took over him. The Uchiha's eyes widened with absolute shock as he refused to believe it. He lashed out like a madman at everyone and everything as he tore his path away to calm down. Then he saw her beautiful pale face for the last time. Senju Tsunade's tears, streaming down her cheeks, had sealed the deal. Sakura's wails and Kakashi's heart-torn expression made it real. The Uchiha was in hell for the rest of his life. He remembered their past, how he played around her feelings since she always tells him that he's her friend. Every time he heard that, he felt a stab at his heart. He came back once, he heard how she dated Lee, Kiba and Sai once each, and then she stopped dating altogether. Sasuke asked her out, and by their 3rd date, they realized their mistake. Worst of all, Tsunade told him about her illness. Sasuke blamed himself many times. He didn't find anyone else to blame. The worst thing was that he found out that there were no cure for her terminal illness. He couldn't see her death, he just couldn't. The funeral went normal, if not for the astronomical number of people attending it. Naruto was known as the war's hero. Worst of all, she was only 20. Sasuke thought grimly as he remembered their plan. How they talked the last few times, how she was pregnant, how they were supposed to be married. And here he was burying her, the love of his life. Contrary to any belief, the Uchiha clan can love only once. They'd go to hell and back for the sake of their beloved. However, there is nothing Sasuke can do. Bringing her back with Edo Tensei. Yeah, right. She wouldn't want it. Rinne Tensei was off for obvious reasons. Sasuke had to live with the shame as the last Uchiha ever. The young man went inside his apartment, vowing to visit her every time he was around. He stopped by the liquor store, and he bumped into Kakashi. Sasuke, how are you feeling? Kakashi asked his student, who gave him an empty look. Nothing. Sasuke replied curtly as he went to buy a lot of booze, well, as much whiskey bottles as he could afford currently. He walked slowly, his mind stuck in the past. He went to the Hokage's monument, he climbed on Naruto's favorite Hokage, her father's statue, and started to drink. The more he drank, the more he realized how he was an utterly disgusting piece of shit to her. He remembered their kisses, their love, their rivalry, their bonds, their missions, their fights. How they fought with and against each other. He smiled bitterly as he remembered her bright smile that reminded him of the sun, how much he missed the blonde woman. Sasuke saw the last light in his life literally put away and realized how an utter fool he was for trying to kill her. Now he's the world's strongest, and yet, there were no satisfaction, just regrets. Sasuke yelled at the top of his lungs. His immeasurable despair, his deep sorrow, his unimaginable pain, his insufferable loss. He lost the one person that he was meant to protect, help, take care of, pamper and cherish his entire life. No, I still have my other friends. He reminded himself bitterly. Taka and Orochimaru and perhaps Kakashi are now everything he got. No. They will help him with his idea, whether they loved it or not. Naruto, just wait. Sasuke wiped his tears which he shed on the memory of his unique perfect lover. He was cursed. Everyone he cared about the most died, everyone he was meant to protect died, everyone he wanted to get close to died. This was the straw that broke him. Sasuke poured the whiskey bottle on Naruto's grave. He cried tears of blood over his lost future wife and son. Sasuke suffered a lot, but now his future is dead. Even if he lived, there's no way he'd see any other woman as Naruto. She was just that special. A unique gem of a woman. He have now 2 choices. Live as a miserable broken man inside and out, or return back with all of his knowledge, power and skills and even more to his younger self, and be with his wife. He laughed mirthlessly before he bowed and kissed Naruto's grave. I will atone for this. I'm so sorry, but I will give you what you deserve and more, my Naruto koi. See you in the past. Sasuke whispered as he went to Kakashi's apartment. Fortunately, he found the Jonin awake. Sasuke. Kakashi begun only for the Uchiha to hug him as he broke down in tears. Look, it's going to be okay, one day you will get what you want. I want my Naruto back. Sasuke said firmly and in a heart-tearing tone. Kakashi then took notice at Sasuke's right eye. Sasuke, you have 2 Rinnegan. You can do it. Alas, this is all I know. Kakashi replied sadly as Sasuke bowed. Thank you for being a good sensei and father. Now then, I'll meet you much earlier. I hope you will take your role seriously this time. Sasuke announced in a broken tone as he disappeared. A month later, Kukuku, I never thought that you would go this far, Sasuke-kun. Well, I guess that love does have something special for you to go this deeply. Orochimaru told his once student who smirked sadly. I guess. So, can you do it or not? Sasuke's question was met by a smiling snake Sanin. I think that it is not a possibility for me. It would take at least 1 Bijuu's power to do so, well, why not finding the Kyuubi then? Orochimaru told his now friend who smiled gratefully. Just don't kill me in the past, but if you want to convince me, I think that you should mention. The whole warning thing perhaps. Okay fine. But Team Taka will come with me. Also, if you try to take over my body, you'll die for real. Sasuke warned as he went to meet his team for one last time for probably years. Guys, you're here. Sasuke took a good look at his team's faces. Suigetsu was giving him a forlorn look, Karen was crying, and Jugo was smiling grimly. Thanks for everything and for believing in me. But we will meet once again, I promise. Don't go. We barely got our friend and brother back. Suigetsu surprisingly bear-hugged him. Suigetsu, my brother. Please. Sasuke said sadly. This Sasuke is a broken man who couldn't protect his own wife and child. I came here to warn Orochimaru, and to ask your forgiveness. But we can always fix everything together. Karen sobbed. Sasuke my brother. Jugo said as he finally allowed his tears to flow. And we will, or rather, we would have done that. This is something that I must do. We'll meet before you 3 know. Samahata will be your own, Sway. You're going to find a better man, Karen. Jugo, you will never have to hurt anyone precious to you. Thanks for believing in me. Sasuke said as he shook the hands of his 2 friends, and kissed Karen on both cheeks. As the Uchiha walked out, he said one last thing, this time, I swear we will change the world for better. I think that Sasuke lost it. Karen said sadly. Who knows? Maybe he will do something incredible. Orochimaru chuckled. Konohagakure Sasuke seethed in a livid, silent rage. Hinata was the only one who was still grieving over Naruto. All of their so-called friends forgot about her, even Sakura. He sighed as he calmed himself down. He then went to dig up a past in his home that he swore that it will remain buried forever. Sasuke found the scroll he seeked. Finally, he will meet with Naruto once again. He hid it in his shirt as he went to the graveyard. Naruto, I'm sorry, but this is the last. Next time, we will be dating, bonding, and eventually, marry each other. Sasuke smiled with a forlorn expression on his aristocrat face. Rest my one and only true love. He then walked out slowly as he put a letter in Kakashi's mailbox before he went to meet Kurama. The Titanic Fox was the only one who would help him, hopefully. Unknown location, so Uchiha, what brought you here? Kurama asked in an intimidating manner. His entire 395 meters, 1/4 mile long body resting on the ground as he had a sad look on his vulpine face. To get her back no matter what. Sasuke replied honestly and with an unmatched determination. You know that I would never love anyone more than her. She was special to the both of us. Now, how about we alternate the world in our favor? Hey, you amuse me enough to accept. Fine then. I'm counting on you to make her into the splendid woman we both know and love. You as her mate and me as her father and brother. Kurama accepted the deal, and he was shocked how Uchiha Sasuke bowed his head at him in gratitude. How can I repay you? Sasuke asked Kurama who smirked. Kill the Akatsuki and protect my brethren. I don't care how, I care about the results. Kurama's terms made Sasuke chuckle darkly before he grinned devilishly at the Biju. I swear it upon my honor, I will give you all your freedom. Will you be going back? Sasuke asked Kurama, who shook his head in denial. Not quite. Just your memories, powers and chakra. As for me, most of my chakra. I will not tell her anything, just I will feel my current emotions. So yeah. See you there, kid. Kurama replied as they made the hand seals as they linked their chakra together. As the last of hand seals was done, they felt only darkness before they both slowly opened their eyes. Sasuke in the academy, Naruto was holding her stomach and yelling in pain, and Kurama was already in the seal. Sasuke smiled. They are back in time. Sasuke then felt his head splitting in two and he released a blood-curdling scream of pure agony. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more what ifs and support the author. See you guys in the next video.